through the countryside, filled with the joy that she is going to give birth to the Christ child. And Mary is received by Elizabeth as Elizabeth cries out, "Blessed are you, Mary, who have believed that what was spoken to you by the Lord would be fulfilled." That the Lord's promises would be fulfilled in you. Friends, it was 4 years ago, right at the beginning of the new school year, like we are now, 4 years ago, as we were climbing out of a global pandemic, when I and 4 of my classmates came together and we knelt down in the middle of Sacred Heart Basilica at the University of Notre Dame, and together we made our final vows for the Congregation of Holy Cross. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this, let me tell you what that involves. So that means for the past 7 years before that, I had been thinking about where God was calling me in my life. I had been praying about this. I had been studying about Holy Cross. I had had kind of a roller coaster of events. There were lots of highs. There were some low points involved. But at the end of that 7 years, I kind of had to come to a crossroads and basically say, am I going to commit to this life forever or not? And I want to underscore the word forever. No conditions, no exclusions, no days off. I'm going to commit to this life for the rest of my life. And I truly felt that at the end of those years, that was what God was calling me to do. And so in the presence of my family, who was right behind me, my best friends who was right behind me, my 4 classmates who were right behind me, and all of my mentors and teachers and fellow Holy Cross members in front of me, I knelt down and I said these words. I, Jeffrey Thomas Moody, believe that I have been called by God and led by the Father to offer my life in service to the Lord for the needs of the church and for the world. And I'll admit, I was kind of holding back a lot of emotions as I was saying these words. But what was most comforting to me, apart from the people who were gathered all around me to listen to me say these words, were the words that came right after that. The words that were spoken to me. Like the words that Mary heard when Elizabeth spoke them to her. The words of comfort that I received from the priest who was in front of me, not only did he say that he received my vows, but he said this, may the God who has begun this good work in you bring it to completion. He was affirming for me that there was a goodness inside of me that God had already begun long before that moment, and God would be faithful to bring it to fulfillment. May the God who has begun this good work in you bring it to completion. It was almost like Elizabeth's greeting to Mary. Mary, blessed are you, because God has begun a good work in you, and He will not be outdone. He will bring it to completion. He will fulfill His promise in you. So Mary, you have nothing to be afraid of, because God will journey with you. But friends, I mentioned to you that during that time that I was praying about all of this, it was a little bit of a roller coaster ride. And even after I made my promise to do this forever, it's still going to be a roller coaster ride. Your lives are going to go up and they're going to go down. And you're going to have a lot of days where it just seems kind of like you're floating right at the middle. I had days that were great joy, and I was so convinced that this is what God wanted me to do for the rest of my life. I also had days that I commit to you that I went to bed that night and I put my face in the pillow, and I seriously considered that I could just give up tomorrow and say, I'm going to walk away from Holy Cross. I'm going to go back to my former job, back to my former friends, back to a time in my life when it was just all easier. And maybe you felt like that too, where there's worry about the present, worry about the future. There's anxieties that come up, and you just wish you could go back to a simpler time, an easier moment. Oh, what it would be like to be a 5-year-old again without any cares in the world. But God continues to push us forward. As he pushed Mary forward as she journeyed, it says, with great haste, she journeyed to Elizabeth to share the good news. And so that's what we're called to do, to keep pushing forward. Mary in her life, I can imagine when Jesus was born, it was a great moment of joy that God had given her this blessing. But soon after, that joyful moment went into grief as she had to go and flee for her life because the king was about to destroy her child. But then the joy returns when she sees Jesus growing up. He's learning from St. Joseph. But how much that joy can turn again into grief when she loses Jesus for 3 days in the temple and she has no idea where she is. And like any mother would be freaking out because they don't know what has happened to their child. But the joy returns. She sees Jesus work his first miracle. He turns water to wine. But then the joy goes down when she sees her son mocked and ridiculed and bruised and beaten and hung upon a tree to die. But grief doesn't last forever because Jesus rises from the dead. St. Paul says in our readings today that Jesus is the first one to rise from the dead, and he puts all of his enemies under his feet. He destroys every sovereignty, every authority, every power, everything on earth that could ever get to you. Jesus destroys it. Because God's promises are true. Because God has begun a good work in all of us, and God will not be outdone. So friends, blessed are you. Blessed are you, because God has begun a good work in all of you today. You are a masterpiece of God. You are the work of God's artistry. God delights in you. And God delighted in Mary, and she was so convinced of it that she says, my soul proclaims the greatness of the Lord. He has looked with favor upon me. And friends, he looks with favor upon you. So blessed are all of us who believe that what God speaks to us in our hearts will be fulfilled. May the good work that God has begun in you, that he bring it